What's going on YouTube? It's your boy camATL. Shout out to the DFS squad. Shout out to everybody watching this video right now. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you comment anything down in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. First and foremost, I want to apologize for not having a video or a live show to come talk to you guys yesterday. But we are back, and we have an early slate and a main, so you know what that means. Hit up greenlightdfs.com before the early slate begins, and you will get both for the price of one. Now, let's go ahead and get straight into this. I'm not going to keep you too long. Now, first and foremost, my favorite pitcher for the price is John Means. Now, John Means is by no means, you see what I did there? A good pitcher, okay? But he's going against the Texas Rangers, who are atrocious versus left-handed pitching. All right, on top of that, Means has done very, very well the last two starts. If you take a look here, 28-20 against decent offenses, Tampa Bay and Kansas City. Okay, he did that to Tampa Bay, 28.8 at home in Baltimore, which is a hitter-friendly ballpark. Okay, but Means is a okay pitcher. All right, he's only 6'1", and he's in a very good strikeout matchup against a Rangers team that, like I said, is very bad versus left-handed pitching. So I love John Means. Next up, now looking at the slate, there's plenty of value and not that much not that many spots to have to spend up on. Okay? So that leads me to go, you know what? Steven Strasburg is by far the best pitcher on the slate talent-wise. Talent-wise, there's nobody near him, okay? It is a large drop-off to the next best pitcher. All right, let's take a look. It's Strasburg and then drops all the way down, $600 less. But that talent switch is a big drop to Jose Quintana. Strasburg just went out and absolutely dominated last matchup against Miami. Yes, it is Miami, and Atlanta is a different squad. Totally understand, Atlanta is a pesky offense, okay? But at the same time, like I said, on this slate, there's really not many bats that you have to spend up on. We don't have a game in Coors. We don't have any real huge standout spots on offense to have to get like super expensive bats. Okay, there's plenty of value, plenty of guys that are in a good price range that you can make a solid lineup with the best talent on the board. And like I said, when it comes to the slate, honestly, outside of Strasburg, Miley, and Means, I don't feel comfortable with any of these options. The only other guy maybe I consider in GPP is Agrizal at 5'3", going against Miami. He's super cheap, obviously going against a horrible Miami offense. Or are they horrible? They just did amazing last night. Once again, every time you think Miami's offense is going to suck, they end up turning out to be good. At the same time, I like to pick on Miami when they're in Miami because it's a much bigger pitcher-friendly ballpark. It's not very hitter-friendly, so it makes this Miami offense that's already bad struggle even more. So, but at the same time, if you do decide you want to spend up, kind of go a GPP contrarian route, then Agrizal is fine at 5'3". Spending Means and Agrizal will give you plenty of money at bats to get those like double dong type of opportunities, spending up for the big-time bats in the order. And in GPP, that's always what you want to do. You want to spend down at pitching, go up at bats where you can get the double dong potential. And so Agrizal is fine. But like I said, it's such a huge talent drop. Regardless of matchup, it's such a gigantic talent drop from Strasburg to the second best pitcher on this slate. Then I feel like Strasburg, coming off an amazing performance with double-digit strikeouts the last two games, he is looking like his old self again, and that is very dangerous, okay? Atlanta's offense is a pesky offense. They don't strike out a ton, but they have their moments against great pitchers where they struggle a lot. And this could be one of those situations. You guys know I love Atlanta. I never pick on them. But on this slate specifically, the talent drop is too significant, okay? And I'm able to get a solid lineup with Strasburg and Means together. Next up, Mark Trumbo came back from the injured list. The last two games, he's gotten 11 and 7 in his first two games back. This dude has a tremendous power. He's got some very good upside, very good home run opportunities, and I do expect him to get a home run in this game against Allard. Okay, it is home in Baltimore, very hitter-friendly ballpark, and Trumbo is only 3-7. Fire up Mark Trumbo in an amazing matchup, righty-lefty against Allard at home in Baltimore. Last but not least, we got Austin Meadows and Nick Castellanos. Now, something stuck out to me big time, all right? Now, I don't do a whole bunch of research before I do the first look because, I mean, how much possible time could I have before I do the first look and post it the night before the slate? But on my research that I have done, I kind of go more off of gut with the first look, and I go off of what I know and a little bit of research to get into it too. But Austin Meadows, lefty-righty against Thornton. Thornton is a bad pitcher against lefties, gives up hard contact. Meadows, in 7 at-bats, has 6 hits, 3 home runs, and an .857 average. Now, you guys know me with BVP. I only really take too much merit into it when it's a large sample size. You know what I mean? But at the same time, with the matchup already, just off first look, lefty-righty against a bad pitcher in Thornton, matches up, and then you look deeper and see how he's done against him throughout his career so far. I mean, it's only 7 at-bats, but 3 home runs. There's something about this, all right? He's got 3 home runs and 2 walks. He has not struck out not one time. He's damn near gotten on base every single time he has faced this dude, which is ridiculous. So I love Austin Meadows. I think he's going to have a great game here at 4-6. Next up, Nick Castellanos. Castellanos has been a beast, man. He finds a way to get on base. He's been super, super, super consistent, super solid ever since he went to the Cubs. Now, it can be very hard to find consistency in MLB because MLB, it fluctuates so much. You know, like I've said a million times, the best players in the league can drop zeros. MLB DFS is one of the hardest sports to have consistent success in. You know what I mean? Because of that fact. Regardless of the matchup and the stats that back it, there are going to be times where guys just put up duds. It is what it is. That's baseball, okay? But Castellanos is one of those rare guys in this league. Him and guys like Freddie Freeman, Christian Yelich, those guys all are kind of pretty solid, all right? But Castellanos has been super solid at 4-5. I like the matchup against Anderson, who has been struggling giving up the hard contact. He's got a solid K rate, but he's been struggling giving up too much hard contact. It's at home in Milwaukee, which is a hitter-friendly ballpark. Castellanos has a very small sample size, but something's going to stick out to you guys. Castellanos has faced Chase Anderson twice. Okay? Guess what he did in both times? He homered in both appearances versus Chase Anderson. He has a home run in both, which is absolutely ridiculous, okay? Once again, super small sample size. Don't put your house up on the market and put all your money in. Don't sell your house, put all your money on Nick Castellanos, okay? I'm not saying that, all right? I'm just saying for a guy who's consistency, he has shown he's consistent. He's a solid bat that's going to get on base and give you that safety to look and see that he's hit 2 home runs and 2 at-bats against Chase Anderson is a good feeling, and it kind of backs up what your gut is already telling you, all right? That's all I'm saying, all right? Now, let's get into the home run predictions. Now, high 5 is John Means, Strasburg, Trumbo, Austin Meadows, and Nick Castellanos. Home run prediction time. Real quick, I just want to mention real quick, there's some other bats that I really want to mention on this slate. Max Kepler against Eovaldi is a solid play here. I also want to mention that Ryan Braun is a legitimate lefty masher going against Quintana. He is a very good hitter against lefties. Let's check his price real quick while I'm on here with you guys. Ryan Braun is only $3.9. So definitely consider Braun as well. He's a legitimate lefty masher, like I said. Ben Zobrist just came back. I'm actually curious how expensive he is as well. Zobrist is only $3.4. Amazing value on this slate. Amazing value. He's had 22 plate appearances against Anderson with 9 hits and a .409 with 3 home runs. So Zobrist has an amazing BVP, just like Castellanos, but more of a sample size. And he's super, super cheap at $3.4. So Zobrist is also a guy that I really like. And he's got fluctuation. You can play him at second or the outfield. So I like him too. Anyways, let's get into the home run predictions. All right. Here we go. Now, as you guys know, we have an early and a main slate, so some of these names I mentioned could be on the early slate. Some of them can be on the main slate. Either way, I'm just giving you guys my home run calls, period. And let's get straight into it. Starting off, first and foremost, I absolutely love Kyle Schwarber against Chase Anderson. Dude's got a ton of power, especially if he happens to move up the order again if Baez misses. I love Eugenio Suarez against a lefty at all times. He's going against Vargas, who has his struggle times, and Suarez mashes lefties. Aquino is another Cincinnati guy. The dude's been absolutely raking since he came up. I mean, the dude is ridiculous. Going to righty-lefty matchup against Vargas. I love him as well for a home run. Another guy, Josh Bell against Eliza Hernandez. I really like him at home. JD Martinez against a lefty. Him and Betts are always a good bet against a left-handed pitcher like Martin Perez. Let's see. Soler, my boy Soler is going against a lefty. Once again, it is Matthew Boyd, who's a decent pitcher, but Soler is a masher, period. Point blank, period. It is what it is. Next up, Mark Trumbo. I have him in the high five. He is my value home run of the day. Absolutely love Mark Trumbo in this matchup. Other guys that I like Jay Bruce against Sonny Gray, if he ends up in the lineup. I like him. George Springer against Marco Gonzalez. There's a lot of these Houston bats that are very good versus left-handed pitching. So George Springer is in a great position here. Other guys that I like, I do love John Means, but I could see Danny Santana doing a good job versus a lefty. I like Danny Santana for Texas in Baltimore. Some other guys, Ronaldo Lopez. Francisco Lindor against Ronaldo Lopez. We all know that Ronaldo struggles versus lefties. Lindor is a switch hitter. I love Lindor here against Lopez. He should get one out as well. And then let's do one more. Justin Smoke against Austin Pruitt is in a great spot as well. He's got a ton of power. Righty-lefty matchup regardless because Smoke's a switch hitter. But yeah, I absolutely love him. Let's see if I can give you guys one more actually. You know a guy I really like for cheap today that I think could do well is Brian Dozier against Max Fried. I'm going to say Fried because that's how it's spelled. All right, Brian Dozier against Max Fried. Dozier is a legitimate lefty masher his entire career. Fried has a high fly ball rate. I think Dozier could definitely get one out as well. And Austin Meadows is in the high five, and I expect him to get one as well. And that's it, y'all. GreenlightDFS.com. Join up before the early slate. Get the early and the main for the price of one. The final look NFL video will be posted on Friday or Saturday morning. Okay, probably Saturday morning. I'll post it and give you guys that final look. I will be breaking down the entire slate for NFL. I will go through, talk about quarterbacks and stuff like that, because in the first look lineup, I kind of just throw the lineup together, talk about why I like them, and boom. But in this final look video, I'm going to talk a little deeper into it, and that will be posted Saturday morning, like I said. Thank you guys for watching, as always. GreenlightDFS.com. Drop a like down below, and good luck, y'all.